You shouldn't watch this video. Well, actually, I'd be lying. Truth is, I don't have a plan. There's no structure. I didn't even know what to put on as the background video. I made a decision for Minecraft. However, that's besides the point. I initially didn't really know what to start off with. However, I thought it is best to just get into it. There's no point in making these plans and these big, long, extensive thoughts and I'll do this then, I'll do this whenever. Best step is the first step. Not only do I believe it's the best step, but I think it's the most important step. But it's also the step where you have the least knowledge on it. I don't know exactly what I'm doing right now. I don't know the plan. I'm really just winging it here. And that's the truth. A lot of this will be, process of figuring things out. I'm not gonna, dull this journey or sugarcoat it no bit. I'm gonna show the highs and the lows, and that's something as the viewer I want you to be a part of. This is a journey where and as you follow me on this journey, I believe it's a great portal, a great space for the viewer to have an input on my journey. I don't know a lot of the answers at the moment. However, the audience might have different opinions and different views that I prior wouldn't have thought of. For instance, in the future, if there's better content you want in the background, that could be me, a voice over my day-to-day life, cooking videos, fitness videos, more Minecraft videos with a bit more of a purpose instead of just casual gameplay. These are all really open for discussion and ideas in the comment section below. This channel will be following my journey regardless, so I may as well use it as space for people to have an input on what they'd like to see. I'm not 100% sure what you might want to see. However, I am given the option where you can just say what you want to see. But you might be asking, what are my goals? I think they're quite scattered at the moment, as any young teenage boys would be. I think a lot of them fall underneath the section of fitness, getting that dream physique, achieving, money, goals financially, but at the same time just a journal, a visual diary of my life, the processes, and how it goes. I do believe I have a somewhat interesting life, and I want other people to be part of that journey. I'm going to document it, and however, in specific at the moment, on my plate at the moment, I've got, this marketing journey, a fitness journey in terms of cutting. So they're probably the main two at the moment. There is definitely other aspects like growing a YouTube channel. I wouldn't mind growing this space, seeing if I could set a challenge and achieving it. And at the same time, with the cut, can I stick to it? I'll show the highs and lows of that journey, because it is hard. It's an undeniably hard journey. There's all these expectations out there online, and we're just trying to live it up to it. This is the journey of me trying to achieve it. Same time, I have the big one of marketing. That is the career I went into at this age, at a young age. Okay, very subject to change. However, that does look like what's on the cards. I would say I'm quite passionate about it to begin with, but at the same time, I want to be something in that. I want to grow something. I want to show the real journey. I've got lots of visions, and I do believe I'll go on a big journey, and I want you to be part of that 100% all the way. So right now, saying this to a potential 0 viewers, 1 viewer maybe is maximum, and that may just be me rewatching the video. It is a bit daunting almost saying this to nobody, knowing that nobody might see it, and people probably won't see this. However, it's not something I'm going into with high expectations. I'm learning all this firsthand, how to edit videos, how to make thumbnails, how to voice over, just getting that right. It's all rudimentary at the moment, but let's just see how it goes. Let's just see what I can do, see how consistent I stay, and if this is something you're interested in, I'm going to do a shameless plug-in. So you can subscribe to follow along the journey, comment any ideas or suggestions, and just see how far it goes.